Hey guys, how's everybody doing? See what we got in here. Hippie John S, Ricky De Hoyos, Freaky Fish Lady, Atkins, Mystery Snail Guardians, Dee Dee. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Right. So, what's everybody up to? Give it a few minutes here before we get rolling on shit. Pick up where we left off last time. I guess I'm muted, I'm sorry. Jenny Lynn, how's it going? Hope everybody's well tonight. Where are we at here? Cool. I think I'm also getting audio picked up on my mic too. My mic up here was muted. Oh well. Well, it's not echoing for you guys. I was listening to myself through YouTube. I didn't hear an echo or anything. Yeah. Welcome to this week's installment of the Salty Surprise. I don't know why. I love saying that. It's funny. Still gotta make a nice pretty thumbnail and all that stuff for it. I haven't really had the time to. I guess I could have earlier tonight, but you know, I was busy enjoying myself doing other stuff. And that weekly community party chat over in Father Fisher's Discord and a few other streams I was watching. 7 people, thank you. Slowly climbing there. Any saltwater news this week? Not off my top of my head. I lost a little blenny that I've had for a while. That's about it. I don't know what happened to him. I just walked in and he was stuck to the overflow. Really is, Jenny. I love his fucking polyps. They're beautiful. They're luscious. Excited to turn that 55 and that 75 behind me into a nice saltwater system. It'll be fun. You'll probably record me doing it too. Why not? I think I'm going to go with an. I was thinking a nice heavy negative space aquascape. I've been really stuck on them lately. Kind of thinking about starting from the one, like the back right corner, and kind of starting down and it just kind of cascade down almost, and then kind of ride back up a little bit towards the end. This way it gives me a nice range for whatever I want to put in there. First, I'm just going to focus on getting nice and established for probably the first 6 or 7 months. I have fish and stuff in there, but I'm not doing any corals and stuff in there right away. So I'm going to put some nice stuff in there for you guys. Shit. I got a bunch of stuff at the shop that I put back specifically for it. So, Melissa, Sandy, hope you guys are well. Adkins also, I don't know how true it is. Don't hold me to it. But I briefly read something about there's going to be another ban, not necessarily a ban, but restrictions on certain species of corals and stuff again coming from Indonesia and all those places over there. I don't know how true it is, but I read a few words about it in a forum. Kelly Foreman, how's it going? Hope you're doing good tonight. I know I have not. I'll have to go check that out too. Always wanted a saltwater tank, so I went and just did it. But I researched for almost a year. Yeah. Put a lot more time into researching it than most people would. Or they call people like me to do it. The new light I put down over the top of that 55 on the bottom has just been growing hair algae like a son of a bitch. It's only on for probably 4 hours at the most. Java moss up in the 75 has been growing like crazy. Every bit I put over with that black belt though should just fucking eat it. It'll be gone before I come back in the morning. 12 people. Heck yeah. Get started here in a couple minutes. Yeah, I hope it does too. We're definitely getting to the point now where we're starting to reproduce a lot of the species that have been really difficult over the last 20 years. And I try to get aquaculture species as much as I can just for the sake of it. I've been thinking about setting up like, just because I've never done it before, like experimental tank where it's geared more specifically towards breeding and spawning corals. I think that'd be really cool. I've seen a lot of videos of corals and stuff spawning. It's, I mean, pretty beautiful if you ask me. Bit difficult to keep your filtration from sucking it all up, though. I mean, I'm sure you can collect it as it's happening, but I don't know how you can get it all. Maybe I can go and try to figure out something. Check out some of the videos I'm talking about. You know, figure out how to do that. Probably ask permission. Tia and Algon, how's it going, man? How's it going? Actually, just watching Steven's video from earlier and just listening to you talk for a few minutes there. Pretty sure I heard your voice when I was getting this thing rolling while I was going. It's hard to mistake the southern accent you got going. I like it. Making your new weekend? Heck yeah. I just watched pictures. Yes. Someone got a heck of a package. Man, it had tons of critters on it. I did a double dip on the weekend. Yeah. That stinks. It scares me dipping stuff sometimes. I've fried a few. Hey man, nudibranchs are awesome. I love nudibranchs. At the end. Yeah. Shit, if I was you, I would have tried to collect them and put them in a separate tank. Somehow. Nudibranchs are one of the things I'm most interested in the saltwater world. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I got paused right now, like 3/4 through it. So far from watching. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm trying to figure out exactly where we left off last time here. All right. Put it on here. Pocket modding. Who's pocket modding? Doing that again in that, are we? There definitely are. But some are actually really neat. A lot of them are specialized feeders. Some that feed on jellyfish. There's some that feed on other species of nudibranch. There's some just a little bit of everything. They're really neat. Check them out. There's a few thousand different species of them too. And a worm thing with a lot of little wormy things on it. Yeah, take pictures of that stuff next time so we can check it out. That'd be neat to look at. Oh no. Oops. I didn't even notice them over here on StreamYard. I don't even know how to do it from my end. Fuck. just got timed out for another 300 seconds. Shit. Let me message her real quick. Send her a message here. Sorry, guys. It's all right, Melissa. Trying to figure out how to undo it here. I feel bad. It happened to somebody else last stream. Yesterday. I added him as an moderator. I don't know if that will get rid of that. Hopefully it will. Thanks for the subscription, Kelly and Bruiser CB. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Huh. Oh, Hippie John got it on Friday. Mods still get timed out. Yeah. That stinks. I don't even know how to undo it if there is a way to undo it. It was a great stream. I enjoyed it. Okay. Well, it is if it is. Said that all weird. It's all right, Melissa. I promise. It's all right. At least wait for him to get back before we get started. So, anybody do anything interesting today? I know there's quite a few people at Coachella. If anybody's there, how's that going? I may make it to Chicago on Coachella, but just depends on what my schedule looks like when that time comes around. I won't know until then. I am going to the Clash for sure, though. So that's nice. The first show I went to in over 4 years. Fishtoberfest, yeah. I don't even know when or where that is. Playing tags all day. Heck yeah. So I was at the shop for most of the day today. Just messing around and cleaning, really. Clean out all the reptile cages and stuff. Besides that, I didn't do shit. anybody's able to message Adkins, tell him it was an accident. If he doesn't come back, that would be cool. It'd be really bad. That's, you got a point. Shit. It's try to say I don't get burnt out cleaning tanks, but that's all I fucking do. It burns me out sometimes. Not just because it's doing the same thing over. I love doing this like this. I just I don't know. Instead of sticking my hand in a fish tank, I'd like to go stick my hands in an engine or something. Yeah, sorry, man. I feel bad. Hippie John got it yesterday. I guess it's your turn tonight. Hey, Patty. How you doing tonight, chick? All right. Now that Ian's back, we'll go ahead and get started here. For those of you who weren't here last time, I started doing a segment called The Salty Surprise. And I went through a lot of my books and stuff for college, for aquarium maintenance and stuff like that, and pulled information from that and kind of wrote, typed up my own way of putting it so I don't get in trouble for nothing. And that's what we'll be doing. We'll be reading off of that a little bit and discuss a little bit about that afterwards. If you guys have any questions, try to keep it short and sweet so I don't bore you guys too much, because it can be pretty intensive, I guess. We kept going with it, so yeah, we'll see where we go. I will have my camera turned off because I'm going to be facing like way over here, and yeah, I'd do that for you guys and focus a little bit more on what I'm saying instead of what I'm doing or anything else like that. You know what? Jesus. Well, now I know what John's into. Some brittle stuff, man. Gotta be a little gentle, shit. All right. Let's see here. I felt bad, so I tried to make up for it. All right. Most saltwater fish are more sensitive to nitrogen compounds, and as such, you must maintain a higher level of water quality on average. While you might be able to get away with lower water quality parameters when maintaining certain species of freshwater fish, there are comparatively few marine fish that can tolerate lax husbandry. Water conditions in the ocean are relatively stable compared to freshwater environments, because freshwater bodies are much smaller in volume than ocean environments on average. Species that live in freshwater are often subjected to much wider swings in water quality, dissolved oxygen levels, temperature, and other parameters. Freshwater fish have evolved to adapt to a wide variety of ecological niches in response to this variability. Saltwater species experience a more consistent environmental profile as well. Most marine fish species are maintained in a relatively tight band of 7.8 to 8.4 pH, with a specific gravity of 1.024 to 1.025. When corals are introduced into that equation, the parameters become much more exact, especially when you start getting into really exotic species, including live rock, such as in a Fowler aquarium, adds a layer of complexity to the marine system. Live rock affects water quality parameters, also acts as a natural form of filtration in any marine aquarium. It's what most people use to be successful across the board. The overall effects is to create a higher degree of stability. Just like everybody trying to make deep substrates and everything else like that. Same kind of idea there. Create as much stability as you can. There are trade-offs. However, live rock must be cured. A special process involving isolation of live rock to remove unwanted organisms, like what he had to do to his corals. Or is it? God, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not looking at it. Before placing in an aquarium, obviously, desirable coralline algae, red or pink algae in the order of corallinals, which are hard due to calcareous deposits formed when each alga cell's walls require light to grow and remain healthy. Live rock may also require specific supplementation to ensure coralline growth, although this is not always necessary. You can get it to go on its own. But supplementing that, sort of like how you spread the beneficial bacteria in a new freshwater aquarium for the sponge or something like that, by planting those species in there and just letting it go. Here, I lost where I spaced nothing else. So I'm just kind of reading one giant ass, like 4-page paragraph. I typed up out of nowhere. So, reef systems have an even more specific care requirements depending on the species kept. Corals are among the more sensitive species aquariums maintain. They often require exacting water quality standards, specialized equipment, attention to water movement, dedicated husbandry to certain biotopes and areas where these species may come from. Many reef systems do not feature many fish, and some will actively feed on corals, as many of you know. When some coral species cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars, keeping corallivores, any species that feed on coral, that's what that means, is out of the question. And I've seen some goddamn disaster stories. People adding the wrong fish, but trying to do the research before they throw in the damn tank. What you get out of a reef system often relies on what you put into it, both in terms of resources and equipment, and also dedicated management and maintenance. Where a high-end planted aquarium may do well with less maintenance, a show-quality reef aquarium requires a hell of a lot more attention. Atkins can probably verify that for me with what he's got going. The payoff for dealing with the added difficulty in marine systems always is the ability to maintain beautiful, interesting organisms in a captive environment. Most people don't get to see up close and personal. Marine and especially reef systems represent substantial financial investments as well. As such, as an aquarium maintenance professional, your most dedicated customer base will likely have reef systems, so you kind of really have to try to stay up on it. And providing my skill and labor in an efficient, knowledgeable manner helps a lot. And then throwing in a consistent maintenance schedule does just as much. So, I think we're going to go ahead and stop there for now on the reading off what I got here for you guys. After that, we get into a little bit more specific things like fish-only displays and or Fowler reef aquariums and specific tank setups. So probably turn each one of those into the episode for the week. Try not to make it drag out too long, because I know everybody gets tired around midnight like myself. Enjoy the rest of our time here until whenever I decide to cut her off, chit-chat and discussing this, if that's all right with you guys. Check here. Oh, Atkins, I was lighting a candle. Steve, Jesus. Hey, that's nice about what I was doing. I made sure I had to change the screen and not watch the chat while I was reading because that probably wouldn't have been able to keep it together. But anyways, does anybody have any questions or anything about what I said, or need me to go back over anything or anything like that? Maybe. If not, it's totally fine too. Like I said, I'm kind of making this, trying to make it understandable for everybody. People who are a little more experienced and people who aren't. So, excuse me if I'm a little not so scientific about it, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Black Diamond OG. I have to be specific. People in here. Hell yeah. Surprised there's that many left after listening to me ramble for a few minutes there. I hope I made sense to everybody at least. It's hard for me to go out and just spout the stuff right off the top of my head. And like I said, I have a lot of trouble. My mind works faster than my mouth does. So I fumble my words and stuff a little bit. Helps when I write it out. Pull up the camera here in a minute. I know Steven's been rambling the thought of starting up a saltwater tank. I'd love to see what he would do. From the looks of his planet tanks, man. Hey, Andy likes it deep, so there's nothing like a deep saltwater tank, right? It helps for me to hear things I've said before I read the same page. Yeah. A lot of times I'll read the stuff out loud and then write it down and then read off what I wrote. Which what the schedule is looking like for tomorrow. For the fish fan. Ooh, check it out. Father Fish from 9 to 10. Aquatic Morning Show at 10. Rico at 12. Dr. Anthony at 1:30. That'll be nice. Is that his first live? Or did I miss his first one? I'd be kind of upset if I did. Yeah, Ed and Rico at 3. Corvus at 4. Kelly and Steven at 5. Fantastic at 6. Metalhead, Steampunk. Heck yeah, who's going on the hotspot with Fishy Biz tomorrow? Or is that a secret until it comes out, or until he releases the live for it? There we go. I guess I can turn my camera on for you guys. It's time for me to schedule my first live because I hit the 100 mark now. Nice, man. Yeah. Do it. Have you found a time that you wanted to go yet? My customers messaged me. Fucking midnight. No, I'm not. I was wondering who was in the hotspot tomorrow. I don't know. Nobody's asked me to do nothing. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. No, we got a few people playing with tanks there. How's your tanks coming along, Didi? Making it hard on me tonight. We haven't even made it through an hour yet. Yeah, it's moved a little bit. I didn't realize it got bumped. And it seems to be sitting crooked. It's weird. That's better. Can't complain right now, but extra careful. Yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, I was wondering there for a minute too until it clicked. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. There's another. If I can't find a male for that female black belt back there in the next 2 months, I'm gonna break it all down and be working on turning all that into a saltwater tank. Kind of S. I really only order fish in when I need to for customers, unless I find something that I like. Put some filamentosis barbs and nothing this in the last week. Those filamentosis is about it. Oh, that black ghost knife I was talking about, didn't I? I don't know. Some new fried doing well. I like the little guys. Thank you. What'd you spawn? Oh, S. I did get some different species of pseudomugil. It's the biggest fish you got in the mail. um, I've gotten 2.5 foot arowana. I've gotten a couple of red tails that were about the same size. Good question. There's a lot of big fish I've shipped. Biggest was probably a stingray, freshwater stingray. That box was huge. Customers have got it from stingray biology, actually. What's the biggest? Well, what's the biggest fish you've got in the mail? Is I'm not quite sure what you keep. I don't know. There's some really cool advantoids that I'd like to keep. How do you pronounce it? I can figure it out. The angelfish, the biggest? Yeah. How big were they when you got them in? I honestly don't know too many prehistoric fish. I don't know any of them specifically, but I remember researching like fish like spicers and stuff like that. Their prehistoric ancestors and stuff, and also like bettas and stuff like that. The roots of air breathing fish. Only 1.5. Not too bad. It's expensive, dude. It cost like almost $3,000 to shoot that fucking stingray. It's ridiculous. What's the biggest fish anybody else in the chat's got? It doesn't have to be specifically 4 inch. That's a good question. Stingray biology. He's a big old fucking female. I kind of overdid it. I had already had it for a while. And one of my good buddies wanted it, so I shipped it out to him. He refused to come up and pick it up, so he said he wanted it shipped. I didn't fucking pay for it. Fuck that. I made his ass pay for it. I didn't pay for it at all. Package was like 350 pounds or something. The dojo was about 10 inches, yeah. I've never been able to get one in that big, Didi. Mine usually come in anywhere from about that big to about that big. Yes, for sure. Fuck, I could have paid one of my friends or somebody to drive it down there, I guess. I don't know. EPAs are next, heck yeah. The biggest animal I've gotten in the mail was a reticulated python, about 10 feet. It was shipped in a big old wooden crate, the size of a refrigerator box. It was great. I had at one time planned on turning that very same crate that I got it in into a tank, bracing it up a bit and making it a little more solid. So it could actually hold that amount. It would probably be, it would be like 300 gallons or something like that. I ended up just sitting. I ended up getting rid of it. Probably my black ghost knife or the gold dust bicer in the base now. We had that bicer for 6 years. Yeah. How big is that bicer? I'm 6 years old. You gotta be pretty good size. Yes, they are. If I was cruel, I'd pick mine up out of the tank because they'd come right up to me and show you guys, but I don't know that. That's mean. I'm chill though. I like to come up and perch in my hand sometimes. They just nibble on me most of the time though. It was pretty cool how I shipped it though. I took a sponge filter and one of those battery operated air pumps. It takes the D-volt batteries. I had it like I had lined I took the box and lined it with a bunch of styrofoam, and then I put a plastic, pretty much a plastic tote in there, and then I put the bag in and put the stingray in it, and I dropped a sponge filter in it. It's cycle foot sponge filter. It's been in the tank with the stingray for eons. And I hooked it up to the battery pack and tied it up pretty neat. And I took a metal air valve and slid the air hose through the air valve, or the threaded air valve, and tied it real tight. And then siliconed the air hose into the place, and water would leak out through that. And I shipped it like that. And it went really nicely. It was still, air pump was still warm by the time we got there. I had it nice and snug in there so it didn't roll around or nothing either. It's after I started pumping it full of air, pumping the bag full of air, kind of like puffed it up a bit, and you hear it hissing out. When you kept it pumped up enough, the water didn't leak out of it, really. It's the first time I ever did that. I always thought about doing it more. Yeah. I just wanted to ensure that, I mean, if anything did happen, because it was such a large package, that something would happen. It had a chance. Just sit or anything like that and just rock. Break my damn heart. I'm gonna have to test that out. Because I got like little itty bitty sponge filters. Just so you guys are aware, I'll probably go till about 12:30, 12:45. I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta be up early tomorrow. Just so you guys got a heads up. 7, 8 inches, heck yeah. I really got pushing 5 or 6 maybe. Ain't too big. Still a baby. Coming out and being a lot more active now instead of just hiding, which is nice. I've been trying to target feed him with some tongs and tilapia and all sorts of different shit. Um, he used FedEx actually. It was expensive, and I wouldn't ever advise doing it again. I won't do it again. I'm surprised they even did it. I work with FedEx and UPS quite a bit. They do some crazy stuff for me every now and then. It was a 4 foot box. It's thick. Just how thick is it? Atkins. Start a new segment. How thick is your biter? Spelled just like that. I need more Vicers. Some really nice ones out there. Or maybe we can't just limit it to Vicers, Atkins. Have like a 40, 45 second segment of just call it the thick fish. Just showing off fat ass fish. Kind of funny. Have viewers send in pictures and shit. I would have a lot of fun making the audio for the opening to that. Girthy, yeah. Yeah, I put those flower horn fry in with those polar parrot fry, and you'd think, oh, they'd be beating the shit out of the polar parrots, but no, like half the time I see them fucking polar parrots chasing after the flower horn. It's kind of funny, kind of really fucking funny. Them guys are little dicks. Right, right, Matt, for real. Can't say I haven't given a few salty surprises, but hey, as a guy who hasn't. Coming in pretty late here, you probably have to catch the replay. It's in the first like 40 minutes of me talking. Figure out exactly what the salty surprise is. Was eel in the thumbnail and what triggered it so hard? It's a black ribbon eel, and nothing. I lured him out with some food, and he was swimming up to the top of the water. Yeah, man. I roll until I can. Why not? I'm gonna be up at like 7, so I guess it's not that early. Well, for a lot of you guys, it is. That's something I can add to the thumbnail. Put in quotes. Salty Sprout sounds like something I'd give my wife in quotations, and then put the little dash and liquid zoo next to it. And every time somebody says something about it like that, I'll add it to the thumbnail or change it. And be kind of fucking funny. Like Sam, I gotta go to the freaking taxidermy man tomorrow. Heck yeah. But you gotta go there. You're getting taxidermied. Okay. Oh, count 'em. I thought I didn't need an accountant until I started my business. Very useful, depending on what you're doing. So we can throw this out here for the last half hour here. Definitely us like lawyers. Mm-hmm. Your own private firm seems smoothly, yeah. If you find one, let me know. Hmm. Anybody got anything planned for this week coming up? You know, I have shit planned besides just work like usual. Yeah, my camera's actually picking up some of the red on that black belt back there. Isn't it? She's so pretty. We need to do a good video of her one of these days. We need to make a video of her color changing. The color's right up. I think I know the person up there in front of the phone. Hey. Alright, guys, I need to pee, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. I'm just holding on. I'll be co-hosting on Foxy Fishes this week. Nice. Heck yeah. I'll make sure I'm there. Try to be at everybody's as much as I can. I'm gonna be able to talk much, but I'm always listening and watching. Finally got some tree work in the last few days and into this week. Trying that time of year. Yeah. It's interesting that you say that, Misfit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going to the office tomorrow because I work in the same building where the Russian embassy is, and there was over 1,000 protesting. That's crazy. As soon as I get back here, maybe tell us a little more about that. Because it sounds ridiculous. All right, be right back. All right. There we go. But I have an idea. Show them several dozen donuts and hand them off so they can again donate more blood. It's fucking hilarious. Right, for the same hemisphere. We're handing part of the protesters protesting Russia for their. It's funny. Well, if you do, record it because, yeah. Anybody's got any links or anything they want to throw out? Let me know if they can't. Or one of the mods or something. Throw them out there. We got another 20 minutes. You know, sometimes I wish I wasn't the very last person to stream. Just sometimes when I get out here, I just sit and listen to somebody else. Get ready for bed. Still trying to figure out when and where I want to do a daytime stream. Definitely throwing that in somewhere, especially after 7:30 a.m. stream. Not gonna be that goddamn early. I can tell you that now. But sure, I can come home for lunch or something. One of the days there. After probably the next 1 or 2 episodes of the Salty Surprise, I'm gonna be taking portions of what when I was speaking and cutting it out of the stream and turning it on the video and stuff like that. Kind of collage it together. I think we start doing that from now on. Maybe. Would be a good idea. Yeah, that's definitely. Maybe not Nematode. Because no, I don't know. I'm not really able to do it in the morning. With the daughter and everything else. So sometime after from noon to 4 or 5 o'clock. Come home for a little bit. Like really want to hit that times like tomorrow between 1:15 and 4 o'clock. It's just a big look at there. There's a bunch of spots like that throughout the week. And those ones, like, depending on who's going after them, then like, whatever, until somebody else fucking decides to go. So it could be an hour, it could be 3 hours, who knows? A lot more energy. Just chilling and smoking. Yeah, I feel it. I didn't do any fucking partying this weekend, guys. Yeah, shit, yesterday was my fucking birthday, too. Well, I guess now, the day before yesterday. Saying that, you gotta get my daughter going, gotta get myself in the shower and dressed and going, and get to the shop, get rid of the babysitters, or take her with me, or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't fucking stop. Let's push the wrong button. Here soon, we got like everything but the tank. But, yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about some of your mind, but we talked about doing a giveaway for a 75-gallon setup. Tank, stand, filter, and substrate. I'm not quite sure what, like I said, I got most of this out. I got the tank, stand. I don't have the tank. I'm sorry. I got the stand, the filter, and substrate. So I was only. So I just need the tank and the light, which the light's really working. Probably hungry from being on. I could show everybody else one too. But yeah, here in the next, I don't know, nothing too long. I'm able to get my fucking hands on it. It's okay, it's something myself. 75 specifically. I'm doing that. I'm going to set up a 21 this week. Yeah. Rainer Trover, thanks for stopping in. Same face. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're coming in at the ass end, unfortunately. Talked about all the good stuff at the very beginning of the stream, in case you want to go back and watch. Keep it saltwater from a maintenance professional view. We need to turn on the midnight streams. Yeah. Very nice. Anyway, God, I'm sure I could push myself to do it soon, but and I need some help from everybody watching to keep myself going for that long. Yes, me. Then as soon as I get everything around for it, and then figure out how much shipping and all that's gonna be. We got the stuff from besides the tank and the light. Yeah, I can come on, man. I don't mind. I just need the light in the tank. I'm just waiting for my distributor to come available. The light is off Amazon, probably like a hybrid. 48 inch. Maybe 2 of them. Yeah, I'm trying to do stuff for the community. So move them in the new building and everything else, and most of my tanks are busted. Yeah. Set me back a bit. You can hear me. Said I just need a tank and a light. At this point, I got the stand. I got the substrate and filter. So I'm just waiting for the tank to become available for my distributor. And I just haven't taken the time to order the light yet. More lights. I haven't decided if I'm getting 1 or 2 of them yet. Probably just one. Just gonna let me know when it is. I just haven't said too much about it yet because like I said, I'm still waiting on everything. So, and I started planning this out and getting everything ready back when fucking Fish Fam Christmas was still going on because I was originally planning on doing it for the Fish Fam Christmas, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, sorry, you know, my mic's funny. I lean back just a little too far and it doesn't pick up shit. My gain's up most of the way too. That'd be 2, 3, whatever you have more. 7, 8 o'clock like that. No problem, man. I know a lot of people like aren't able to get their hands on bigger tanks like that. Where you got to plan on you getting it insured, so that way, in case all that glass gets busted and getting shipped, you can replace it right away. It's a nice, like dark oak wood or wood stand, like a dark kind of grayish oak. You got to put it together yourself. And full 407 canister. Thanks, this means a lot. You know, there's a lot of dead air sometimes, but I can't help it. I try my damnedest. You know, that's a lot what I like out of streams. I like to have fun and be chill, but also learn something that doesn't hurt my fucking brain at the same time. This shit half the time, all I do is watch fish streams, learn from everybody else, and watch documentaries and all other shit. So I'm constantly learning already as it is. I don't need something too intensive there. Just gotta give me some time, guys. I'm getting things around here. just taking my time. I'm not in any rush. Here soon I'm gonna start doing interviews and stuff like that from people from the all sorts of people from the reptile and fish community. And who knows, maybe some other things. You know, people, really interesting people. Trying to talk to one of my mentors to come up and chat with everybody. He's 76 now. He's been in the hobby for over 50 years. And he focuses mainly on cichlids and live bears. He's one of the best aquarists I've ever met. Someone that can really appreciate music. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. It's my. I really hope it does. I really want it to go to somebody that just can't afford it, or that's what they've always wanted, or something like that. I appreciate it, Ken. And honestly, I can't ask for any more than that, because like throughout the day when everybody else is streaming, a lot of you guys might see me just pop in and say, "Hey guys," or pop in and say a couple words here and there, and that's all I can do because I'm at work. I can't really expect any more than that from everybody else. So I really appreciate you guys just doing that more than you can ever know. Cichlids are the best. One of the best. There's a lot of other stuff I like too. But yeah, that's what I mostly, that's what my dad mostly focused on too, right past time. Cichlids and saltwater and various reptiles. How many cichlids I have? A lot of stuff now, like those tyrannochromis and stuff that I haven't worked with, but I am now working on stuff like that. And there's a lot of stuff I want to get my hands on before the shit goes south. If it does go south, it's legislation. Not too worried about it, to be honest. We'll find out. We'll find a way. Let everybody else worry about it for me. I got other shit to focus on. I do my part, though. I do my part. You guys are cichlid pro? No, no, it's not a pro. We just like cichlids. Yeah, I have to go through a list of. We got quite a few cichlids at the shop. With, yeah, list of everything I got. We had a bunch in the quarantine room too. Right. Mm. What is everybody's favorite cichlid? Mm. Discus for you? Heck yeah. My favorite, I like the Rudy Island. I'll put a picture of it in there. I also really have a thing for a zebra obliquidin too, another kind of a shitfish that most people think, but I like it. Quintilia and Raver, I cannot fucking try to pronounce that. Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous. They usually get something that more looks like this, but they can flare up pretty good and look pretty crazy, something like that. Sometimes not quite as vibrant as that, but something like this. Especially get a nice light on them. I had some quite a few years ago. I've been wanting them ever since. Ricky, I like South American and African. Like right back behind me, that's one of my favorite South Americans. It's a big old like 14, 15-inch black belt cichlid. Will change eventually. All-time favorite is a mouse here. My favorite right now that I'm keeping is my enigmatic produce. And, oh yeah, those are pretty. I like those a lot too. What's their common name? I always just call them lupins. Goose fish. Yeah, I forgot who you're talking about. All right, Dee Dee, you have a good night. I don't know if I already said it or not. I'm gonna have no common name. I'm gonna start calling them lupins just because I can. Lot of curds though. And my buddy reads Keyless. You guys might remember. Some of you guys might have been here, but the first "Who the hell are you?" I did was my buddy Wahoo. He breeds a bunch of different venomous reptiles and stuff like that. He works with a lot of like Gilas and stuff. And he's really got me interested in bearded lizards. I'm doing all sorts of research on them. Cool, really. You get this feisty little female. She's so funny. I mean, it didn't end up getting that boa like I would. It was, I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait a little longer here. Yeah, enclosure ready to go and everything, but it's a member of its own genus. Yeah, yeah, I knew that. I think I remember you talking about it before. Quite a few other various like endangered species and stuff like that that are cichlids and stuff that I want to work with as well. Have you ever worked with Komodo dragons? Nope, I have not. The closest thing I've came to Komodo dragon is an Asian watermelon, or other various monitor species. Black dragon, I worked with a couple black dragons, some savannas, Yankees. It's pretty cool though. I'd love to. Let's work with a guy that looks like a Komodo dragon. Them fucking lizard people, man. They'll get you. I love monitors. I don't have the space to provide properly for one right now. I wish I did though. When I first started my business, I used to take care of a few of them. About a year and a half, 2 years. I have no idea what that is, Rainer. I'm gonna have to look. Let's see what it is exactly. Most of my customers don't really tell the scientific name of a fish, and they just look at me like I'm fucking stupid. So usually find a common name. Oh man, there's a common name for that, and that's fucking cool. What is that? Pretty. Oh, that's neat. This is what he's talking about. He or she, I'm not sure if you're male or female, so bear with me. Pretty rad looking. Pretty, okay. Hmm. There's question marks there with the maturity. 20 and a half centimeters. Male with projecting anal fin rays, conspicuous. Simp seal. Now the lower jaw merged in the dorsal fin slightly in front of the anal, including sexual achromatism. Female with three body bronze scales. Well, I don't know. Really. What can you tell me about them? Really? Does kind of look like a little tarpon, doesn't it? Have a good night, Jenny. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And that's when they're grading them. They're colorful. Okay. I saw a couple of them there. Pretty. need a shower and I have liquid stick to my arm still. I was gonna take a shower tonight and fucking wait till the morning. Push it for an hour and 45, so about another 7 or 8 minutes here. Give me 40 extra 45 minutes. That's how about that. For some reason, none of my other lights do it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it on my end. But this fucking tank keeps strobing since I put a new light on it yesterday. It's driving me nuts. Another hot topic question: morning shower or late night shower? Shit, man. Sometimes both. I like waking up, taking a shower most of the time, but half the time when I come home from work, I smell like a fucking fish, so. Medium-sized fast predatory fish from the garden pond. And that's really cool. Cool to see a giant school of them. Maybe I can find something on it. Maybe I have to switch that light around somewhere else. Maybe put it over here in these tanks that you guys don't see. Yeah, I'm weird. I try to wake up and get going a good hour before I actually have to be anywhere. Or more. I feel like I'm running fucking late if I don't. Has anybody in here spawned black neons yet at all? Anyone at all? Yeah. Hey, speaking of hitting buttons, if anybody in here is new and enjoyed the show, if you could hit that like and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate it. I'm not going to bug you too much about it, but it would be very much appreciated. I do sometimes, but I just don't set my snooze button for any more than like 5 minutes because I know there's a point where I'll just fall back asleep and not wake back up to it. So I gotta have something repeatedly bug me. Thanks, S. I already tried not to say anything about it anyways. Try to be humble about it. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me entertained. No problem, man. I try. We try. I'm hoping it through. My biggest thing is like I try to have a little more energy for you guys. It's pretty hard for me to do. It's late at night. So I'm trying to throw in that regular daytime stream so you can get me on the peak. here. Indian. Yeah, right. Fucking way. We still got 9 people in here. Oh yeah. Numbers are slowly climbing and taking. Slowly. You know, I hope everybody enjoyed a little bit about I enjoyed peeking in a little bit of what I do and what I've learned while being an aquarium maintenance professional. If you guys weren't here for that, go back to the first 40 minutes of the live stream here, and you can catch it. Try to keep it short and sweet for your office. It's going to be a little confusing, mashing it all together. Yeah. As soon as we get a couple more salty surprises in there, we'll make a nice video. Go through and clip out me speaking that particular way and put it in the video. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here, John. We don't even have any ocean wine. Right? Yeah, as always, guys, if there's anything that you guys notice that I can improve on or do better for you guys, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm not a dickhead and I don't take offense to it. I enjoy the constructive criticism. I just want to do better for you guys. So. Say. Still haven't heard anything back about my iguana at all. And at this point, it's been a couple weeks. He's probably gone. I ain't gonna get into the end of this. I ain't gonna find nothing. I'll figure it out. If they're going to, they would have already. You have any other friends I could bring on? Yeah, I've got quite a few. There's quite a few reptile keepers that I know that would come up and chit chat about reptiles that are very educational, like my friend Fly Mechanic. She should come up for audio. I don't think she'd come up on video. But, she keeps chameleons and boas and retics, one of the same stuff that I keep. She's really well educated about it. She's also a veteran. She was in the Army. There's a lot of people like that. I'd love to get Kevin McCurley up here, but that's probably a pipe dream. Not until I get famous on my YouTube, which I'm not really He's just a busy guy. There's a lot of people I have in mind. I'd like to get Chameleon Academy up here at some point. He was up on the Aquatic Morning Show a couple weeks ago. Great guy to talk to. Just feel having another human really helps. Yeah, it would. Man, I've asked a few people. Still trying to figure it out. I'd like to have a co-host for some of the stuff at least. That'd be nice. It would be nice. That's all right, man. I don't know. Good question. Told rattling through my brain. You can poke at it a little harder so I can come up and for you guys. Gotta find the right person that flows with, one, my personality, and two, I mean, you guys. Everybody's got to pass the vibe check, right? Oh, what the hell? We're already 10 till. Might as well push it for 2 hours. It's only 10 minutes. Oh, I know. Yeah, probably not hop on camera here for a minute. I've also been like taking a lot of practice, stupid practice videos and stuff, and kind of working on learning how to edit videos a little bit. So, trying to make some videos and stuff for you guys. Trying something nice, but late night is hard. Yeah, definitely. That's the problem I'm running into is with that specifically. So we just have an open link and schedule some people to shoot the shit in. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's definitely good to mix in solos and panels and all that. That's why I usually go on and I talk for a while first. And the last half of the stream, the last bit stream, people come in. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Like, if it gets boring for me, probably wouldn't do it. I enjoy it. And it breaks me out of my comfort zone a lot. So it's helping me too. I need to learn to be a bit more social, I guess. You guys are what makes it fun for me, honestly. Oh yeah, I also forgot about that 75-gallon thing. Also gonna be sending a bunch of plants with it. Nothing too crazy. Maybe some cool stuff. Let that be a surprise. Make sure everything's labeled. Two nice bag of plants to start around with too. Fuck even if you didn't want to use the substrate of plants for that thing, don't. All sorts of shit with that. The glories of a 75-gallon. I'm not quite sure how I want to do the giveaway though. People have to do tickets or do numbers or something like that. I just want to make sure it's fair. I do a couple practice giveaways or something beforehand just so I can get it done. Know what I'm doing. See a lot of people doing like foods and stuff like that, so I'm gonna try to do basically like equipment and stuff. More focused in that direction. Definitely a good thing in relation. Yeah, definitely yes. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. So, does anybody have any good YouTube videos that are, I don't know, informative? I don't know, stuff about fish or about space, history, stuff like that. Just interesting stuff. I like learning about us and different things. Pretty much all I do when I'm not watching live streams is watching little documentaries and history videos and all sorts of stuff. Your moderator, go ahead and post the link if you can. I'm really deep into this Ukrainian stuff that's going on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely understandable. All I know is if we don't watch what we're doing, we're going to fuck ourselves. Does anybody have any recommendation on how to protect aquariums against power failures? There's a few different ways. Setting up your aquarium specifically in case a power failure, having one if you're running some that it's not going to overflow, which can be difficult depending. Another one would be a battery backup, like I use. I have a truck battery, and it's got a wiring harness that I can plug regular outlets and stuff into. And if anything fails, I'll automatically switch over to that. So that's what I do. All my sponge filters, I have a sponge filter at least in every tank. So to keep my tanks running then. In some cases, a lot of tanks, especially if they're planned, they can go quite a few hours without circulating water through the filter, giving you time to figure something out, whether it be a generator, get the power back on, or it gets fixed. Yeah. My favorite is the battery backup though. It's not too great. Yeah, truck battery is kind of expensive, but it's the most expensive part of it. All the hookups and stuff for it isn't all that bad. One set up here at home, and I have two at the shop to cover everything, especially for my saltwater. I'd shoot myself if that thing crashed. That's my favorite. We also make stuff like the USB powered air pumps that Gordon Fault has that you plug into a battery pack or something like that too. If you only have like one or two things. But for me, because I have about 20 here at home, and then well, when I'm fully operational, we're over 200 at the shop, so gotta have something that can at least run a couple of inline air pumps. Got a short tour of the Union tank, video edited CO2 generator. Nice, Wes. I have to go check that out. It's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. The last 2 minutes here, so you guys are aware. We've got 2 hour mark, 1:15. time. And the next stream is Tuesday at 11:30. It's the Random Thoughts live stream. Nothing too crazy going on there. I hope to see everybody there. And this is goodbye for real this time. Like I said, if you guys have missed it, the main topic of the stream was talked about in the first about 4 minutes of the stream. Back and check that out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you could. Yeah, about it. Hope everybody has a good night. Who knows, I might pop up tomorrow if there's an open time. I don't have too much going on tomorrow. Any clients at least. Thinking about getting photovoltaic system to power my things. You could. You definitely could, Rainer. Definitely could. No problem, John. Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for being here. And for you guys, when we're doing it. We'll not be doing it. Yeah, I really don't see why you couldn't use solar panels. As long as you have a battery bank, it would work just fine. Sounds good, John. I'll talk to you tomorrow as well. All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Thank you all for being here. Very much appreciated.